What up, weirdos? It's your boy Raindrop, Raindog, Rain Drizzle, and my co-host, co-captain, co-conspirator, Uncle Juju.
What is up, babies?
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to BXTV, aka Back from Hell, your Spotify and YouTube podcast where you didn't know everything you needed to know. We're here to get into it with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, dudettes, whoever, you know what I'm saying? You're all welcome. And we appreciate everybody taps in every week, you know what I'm saying? So if you're here on YouTube, let us know down in the comments what you want to hear, you know, if you want us to keep doing something or not doing something, you know what I mean? Let us know. But yeah, tonight we have a good one. We have a good one for you, you know? There's some shit to be had, some shit to be said. I don't know. I don't think it's very controversial one. You know, I think this will be a pretty easygoing pod. There's some other stuff we're going to talk about too, you know, but there's one main thing we're going to cover. Something that we probably should have watched a long time ago, but just kind of like never got to it kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
This is actually one that I did see right around when it did come out, and I haven't seen it, haven't thought about it since, you know?
Yeah. I only thought about it because I was doing my, monthly... Because, I don't buy a whole lot of tapes and DVDs. Like, you know, I look every so often when I get the urge to add to the collection. And I was doing a little lurking on Whatnot, and I saw Brightburn for $6, and I called you or texted you or whatever. I think we were in Discord actually.
No, we were in Discord, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, do you think I should buy it right now or rent it first? And you're like, I think you should maybe rent it. And I'm glad I rented it because I'm glad I watched it sooner than later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you can't tell what we're talking about tonight, we're gonna be talking about the movie Brightburn. It is a James Gunn produced movie. It's directed by David Yervosky and written by James Gunn's cousin and brother. So it's produced by James Gunn and Kenneth Hong. So
yeah.
The crazy thing though, so before we even talk about the movie, I know some people out there are gonna be like, oh, that movie Brightburn, I heard it was shitty, blah, blah, blah. Regardless of what the critics say, the movie had, if I'm correct, yeah, the movie was on a $6 to $12 million budget, yep. And it made $33.2 million.
Yeah, that's a success. That's a box office success. That is the definition of it. You make a cheap, quick, not necessarily quick, because there was some production value in this.
That's one of my. There's
some. I'm not
there's
saying
but
a lot, but
you can see where the shortcuts were taken, Juju. So real quick, if you guys aren't aware, basically what it is, it's James Gunn's take on Superman if he was evil. Basically, a kid crashes to Earth. These people can't, we'll talk about the cast because, the parents are star-studded cast members and stuff like that. But this kid crashes to Earth, these people who can't conceive a child, and basically they decide to raise this child, and he grows up, and he doesn't even grow up. He's still a kid when he starts killing people and trying to take over the world. So that is Brightburn in a nutshell.
Yep.
But
Superman meets the Omen.
Yeah, Superman meets the Omen and the Antichrist, you know? Fucking I definitely think it's worth talking about though. I think this is a movie I skipped in 2019. I didn't skip it because I thought it was gonna be bad. I just didn't, there was so much other superhero shit going on at the time that I didn't really care about it at the moment. But now that, I watched it, I was like, damn, bro, I would have really liked this at that age. If I was, because 2019, I was a little bit younger, you know? I was in my gory, horror movies, and I was just getting into really comic book movies more so.
Oh yeah, this would have been the perfect crossover for you.
Yeah, I would have been so fucking on board, you know? But I definitely have some tropes though, man. Like I personally can see some of the shortcuts.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I think one of the biggest letdowns in the movie is that there's not enough of Brightburn, the kid. There's not enough of him, like, as the superhero flying around and
Yeah. And
showing him do everything. Like, like there's moments where he like breaks through houses and shit.
yeah. And like they kind of do like the whole like I was kind of okay. I was thrown off by
Brandon Breyer was the kid's name.
Brandon
Yeah.
Breyer, yeah.
Played by Jackson Dunn.
Very very good creepy kid. Very
yes,
believable as
that
a
kid.
Weird looking
when he's in the
kid.
fucking little girl's room behind the fucking
yeah,
oh
I was
my
confused
god.
by that because like I couldn't because it's so quick.
Oh no, I saw him. I saw him? Yeah, no, he's there clear as day, bro.
Okay, all right.
I watched it right here at my fucking $250 monitor. Like, I know this motherfucker was there. Like, because he creeped me out. I was sitting down here, like, in the middle of the night watching it. And I was like, oh, this little shitbag. Fucking giving me the heebie-jeebies right now, dude. Like, oh, no. Like, he was a creepy little fuck, bro.
Yes, absolutely really good at playing the creepy fucking and like I looking at the kid 100% can kind of buy that he's like half alien, you know. Or
dude,
like
real quick,
quick
though, Jackson A. Dunn plays Brandon Breyer. Elizabeth Banks, shout out her, great actress. Tori Breyer, she played the opposite of the mom she plays in the show she's in.
Yeah.
And I thought, I was like, yo, fucking, I don't know.
Okay. Granted, I love the cast in this, but there were certain moments where I was like, as a parent, are kind of like a little.
No, I know.
Suspension of disbelief, like when he's eating the fork. Sorry.
No, yeah, we can get into that in 1 second. David Denman. He plays the dad. I'm pretty sure wasn't the guy in The Office?
That's the guy from The Office, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
A bunch of other shit too.
Matt Jones. He plays Noah McNulty. He plays Badger and fucking in Breaking Bad, and he's in a bunch of other fucking shows and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know, dude. But yeah, I definitely think the first red flag was him chewing on the fork for the dad, at least. There was a red flag before that, though. The mom saw him sleepwalking, and he went straight to the broken spaceship, and it was, like, glowing or some shit.
He's, like, trying to get in there.
Yeah, dude, like...
Oh, so that to me was one of the things that kind of creeped me out, because he's, like, semi-seizuring out as it's happening. And like, I was just like, oh no.
But no, dude, it's definitely because when it got announced, it was announced as James Gunn's unannounced horror movie or something like that. Like,
yeah, he just dropped the trailer, I believe, right?
Yeah, like he didn't tell anybody he was doing it or something like that, and some people tried to say it didn't live up to what he was gonna do, and I was like, I think at the time, he did the most he could do without, outcasting himself from going back to Disney.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that was as gory and, gruesome as it was gonna get on his end without Disney being like, we definitely can't touch you again.
Yeah, we can't have you. And I think he was also coming off of the controversy that was surrounding him at the time, which led to his dismissal at Disney. And I mean, they came back to him 9 months later and were like, okay, you can come back.
Yeah.
And I honestly think they probably looked at this movie and went like, this guy understands comic books. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, he literally just made fucking evil kid Superman.
Yeah.
And he was literally sent there. It's crazy that his whole goal is he was sent to Earth to take it over.
To take it over. Very Voltramite of him, by the way.
Yes, yes, it was.
Which, and also, like, I think Brightburn may also precede, shit. Fuck, the boys. What's his name?
Homelander.
Homelander. Well, not in the comic books, obviously, but as far as like television and like popular culture goes, he precedes him, I think. So it's kind of like a glimpse of what we were gonna potentially get, a couple years into the future.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I mean, but like he's more Vulturemite feeling than Homelander.
Yeah,
like
than Homelander.
Like Homelander is like a fucking mid-grade Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying as far as like the evil Superman trope.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think nobody that watches Invincible knows who he is unless they read the comics. But when Thrag shows up, like the king of Ultramites or whatever,
yeah,
like Imperial Thrag or whatever his fucking name is, he's gonna fucking, oh man, dude, he's gonna fucking throw everybody for a damn loop, dude. Like, I don't know. I'm ready to see him shake up the Invincible world. But yeah, I think he's a good comparison to like future Brightburn. Like if Brightburn grew up.
What up, weirdos?
Oh, sorry guys, I accidentally hit the intro button. So if anybody that hears that on Spotify and is not watching, I'm sorry.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah,
No.
I'm sorry if you hear my dogs.
My other point is like when to circle back real quick, when he's chewing on the fucking fork, as a dad, I take the fork out of his mouth, I take the fork, and I go to his mom. And I'm like, he did this.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping something like this to my fucking self. Like, and I understand the circumstances. They obviously know that he is they just think he fell out of the sky in a fucking machine.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I'd put two and two together and at least talk to my wife about it and then go from there,
Yeah, but, like, dude, they say in the thing, like, he's never bled, like, he's never been bruised or anything, and, like, when he gets cut by the ship, like, you would have thought that, like, I don't know, man.
That would have been it was a very subtle thing, but
I don't know.
Like that would have been a bigger moment.
I think the dad had the right idea by trying to, like, take him out hunting and kill him, but, like, why would you use a gun? Hold on. He literally said, word for word, he's never bled, been scratched, bruised, or hurt. So why do you think a bullet's gonna do it? Why don't you use the fucking, like, why don't you tell your wife what you're gonna do? I mean, even though she wasn't accepting it, you're gonna, like, dude, no, like.
Or the wife tells him, hey, that son of ours that's never been cut? He just cut his hand on that fucking shit. So that might be useful.
I mean, yeah, but she didn't want to kill him until the very end.
Okay, fair. So that would have been something she definitely would have kept from her husband, because I think she knew what his intentions were.
No, she definitely
Which,
did.
Again, it goes to Elizabeth, not Elizabeth Banks. Yeah, is it Elizabeth Banks? Hold on.
What?
Yeah, that goes to her acting ability, is that she played that off so well, in that, like, she was going to defend him till the very fucking end until she opened that book, So, like, I guess in retrospect, like, yeah, she would not have that conversation with her husband, especially when he basically says that, like, we got to take him out.
No, yeah, and I definitely think James Gunn told the story well. Like, there's the whole plot with the cops, like, hunting down whoever Brightburn is, because the kid is, like, secretly going out at night and, like, killing these people off like a fucking serial killer, dude. Like, which, like, and, like, at the very end where he throws the plane, he crashes the plane into the house to ruin the evidence, and he leaves the mark, and, like, he's the only one left alive that they find, and then like on the end credits, it's the news, and he's just like taking over the fucking world. Like there's all these like, oh my god, dude, it is fucking.
Then there's also the I'm not going to ruin it, but there's a really great teaser at the end of that, and I know that it goes nowhere, but it's still kind of fun to think about. You know?
Yeah, no, 100%. I just saying that, like, I think he like built this up really good, and he pulled a James Gunn and like did what he could with like minimal bag. You know, like this is like way under budget than what he uses for the Guardian shit, and he still made like a pretty damn decent movie with it. Like I paid $3.98 for it after taxes, and I was happy. Like,
if you have stars, you can, and you have a Star subscription, you can get it on Amazon for free.
Yeah. Stars.
Sorry, I have to put that little avenue too. So you're gonna pay for it somewhere. But honest to God, there were moments where I was like genuinely kind of like on edge. Like, for instance, in the diner scene, I think is probably one of the best.
Oh no, dude, the diner scene where he breaks the light and then the glass goes in her eye. Her pulling the glass. I hate that made my actual eye hurt. I don't like anything that like Saw and Hostel and shit has done stuff. Final Destination. I always hate when they go for the fucking eye like zoom in shit, dude. Like, oh no, that was rough. Like, that was definitely rough. That's when I was like, okay, this kid's a little fucking bastard, dude.
Yeah. And I loved when the dad was like, "You're lying!" He's lying straight to your face. And I was like, thank you.
Somebody with logic. Somebody with logic, yo. Get this delusional motherfucker out of here.
Yeah, like, no, he's clearly fun. And then, like, when he shows her the shirt with, like, the blood stains on it, and she's still kind of like, no, that could be from anything. It's fucking blood that comes from either he fucked up an animal, which happened in this movie, too, or he fucked up a person.
He killed a fuck ton of chickens, yo.
Yeah. And, he breaks the girl's arm. That hurt. That hurt me.
It was her hand, but yeah. He breaks her hand.
Man,
that's when that was originally when I was like, damn, dog, like, we're going like this, like, hurting children, James? Hey, damn, alright, this ain't no Disney movie.
I mean, like, and also, like, I'm telling you, man, there it's a DNA. It's like 50% Superman, but there is the Omen is like a huge influence on this too, because in the end of the Omen, the kid is with the president and they're burying his family, and the kid turns around and he smiles, right? And he smiles right at the camera, breaks the fourth wall. They do the exact same thing here at the end of this movie, where he's sitting there eating his fucking cookie, and he smiles at the audience. And I'm like, this is the Omen, dude. Like, if fucking Damien had overt superpowers, like, this would be it.
Nah, for sure, dude. No, I totally get that. I mean, I don't know, dude. I definitely think I may pick it up for $6.
Oh, I don't cool. Definitely.
I definitely think I may pick it up. I have no reason not to. I like it. It's something like if I had homies over, I'd throw it on if they'd never seen it. You know, like I think there's enough like gore and violence and mystery in it that like, and it's only an hour and 30 minutes, dude. It's a really it's really quick short. It's a quick watch. Like, it does not. It feels like an hour. That last 30, like I don't know, but one of my biggest tropes, like I said earlier.
Yeah, sure.
Like, there's not enough of him being Brightburn, you know? Like, they always cut it to, like, the person being a tax view, or, like, they make it so that he's so fast that you can't see him, and it's like...
see him.
And it's like, no, that's a budget bro. Like, that's a budget cut. Like, you don't want me to see that it's not fucking CGI'd that well. Like... You
But,
know?
you know, like in the room where the girl goes to close the computer and she turns around and like the camera turns around and then she turns around and like some crew member just ran in, opened it up real quick and ran right back out.
Yo, dead
like,
ass.
just out of frame.
Yo, dead ass.
Dude,
though.
like that when he's in the bathroom and like he just flies out through the fucking closet. That kind of gave me goose chills,
yeah,
you know?
dude. There was a good amount of moments that were like, you know, they kind of had like some like scary like spooky moments, like jump scares. You know, I'm not saying like this isn't like Hereditary or anything, but
no, you're not gonna white knuckle your fucking chair, but you know, it had its moments, dude.
Yeah, like there's gonna be moments where you're like, oh shit, little fuck.
Yeah. or like when Badger gets killed.
That was actually
that's rough.
I'll give him that. That did not look bad when his mouth is falling apart and stuff. Like that looked a lot better. Like kind of in a punny way, it looked better. You know, his whole mouth is falling apart. But like, I thought it was gonna look a lot worse. I was like, for some reason, I thought that scene was gonna look really bad, like when it was leading up to it, and then I was like, oh nah, this just looks gross. Like,
yeah, and it's I think they did that. There's not very much digital in that because like especially when the steering wheel hits his jaw, I feel like that was like some sort of puppet because they cut away to it real quick. Like you just kind of see it get crushed, and then they cut to like the outside of the car.
You might be right about that. I think you might be right about that.
I mean, it looks so awful. The poor Badger. What an awful way to go. And like, all he wanted to do was tell his parents that he was being a fucking creepazoid, you know?
But he found him in the closet, yo.
Yeah.
Like, in his house at like 2 in the morning.
He has literally the worst excuses for where he is.
Oh yeah, dude, and like why he's doing shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you're a super freak, like intelligent, super strong, like freakazoid, but you can't lie to save your fucking ass. Like you know, like I'm just saying, bro. Like you're scoring fucking you're scoring like SAT like status scores and like 12 years old, but you can't fucking tell a lie. Like,
you haven't learned how to manipulate yet, you little dorp.
Yeah, he's just too full of rage. He just wants to kill shit.
Yeah,
so he's like,
oh, dude.
Well, Austin's mom's a fucking dumbass who believes everything he says, so he doesn't really have to try, does he? I mean, the kid is so fucking evil. His dad takes him out and tries to take him out Old Yeller style. Like, like
look at the deer tracks.
Yeah, dude, like it was so like Old Yeller, like,
and like, dude, like I really thought that, like I don't. It looked like
it was kind of
blown off, but then it didn't.
Nah, dude, it was kind of fun. It was kind of funny when the kid just like looks up, holding his head, like. You just tried to fucking shoot me? And it's like, yeah, I just tried to fucking shoot you. You've killed my best friend, and you're fucking creepy girl you're in love with mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
after
why
breaking her hand?
Yeah, like, why would I not have tried?
Rightfully so.
Like, why are you so confused your dad is trying to kill you? You know, James Gunn tried to like make it like a heartbreaking moment, but for me, I was like, no, fuck this little shithead. Like,
and I mean, I give props for the dad for trying, but I'm like, the kid has superpowers.
Oh,
there has to be another way around.
That's what I said. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, why did he try to use a gun when the dad literally said word for word he's never bled or whatever? Like, obviously a gun's not gonna work, brother. And like I said to you in text, no pun intended, great idea, poor execution. Like, you know, like it just you had the right idea.
You had the right intent, buddy, but you.
But see, that's why I say, like, I don't know though, man. It's in a world where I think superheroes don't exist. So like, I don't think, like, no matter what they done, like, they're fucked. Like, I think Brightburn is just like the be all do all kind of situation. And that was James Gunn's intent, is like, yeah, this is like an Apocalypse Now movie, basically, like, with Superman. And I think it worked, man. I genuinely think James Gunn did something. I mean, the guy's track record is great. Scooby-Doo's, Juju's always going to say Slither, Brightburn, Guardians of the Galaxy. Now we have Creature Commandos, and then we have Superman coming up soon.
After watching
we have Peacemaker,
I really want
the Suicide Squad.
After watching this, I really want to see what he's going to do with the actual Superman.
No, yeah.
I think he's going to do some real cool shit.
I definitely think he's going to make him feel like actual Superman. I think, like, the problem with, like, Zack
Snyder,
I think the problem with him is, like, that wasn't, like, Superman. You know, that was
Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Not even Superman, Man of Steel.
Yeah, you know, so, like, I think, I definitely think it'll be great to see what James Gunn is doing, because he seems to be, I like to think he understands the properties and the world building. And with everybody that you see in the trailer for Superman, like, you see Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, Lex Luthor, fucking Metamorpho. Crypto. So, I mean, I definitely think he's trying to build something here, like, more than just Superman. And I think it's a big weight, though, because it's like, I think everything is based on how well this movie does for everything else to come out, you know?
Yeah, I think they're hedging their bets on this one.
Yeah, so let's hope it fucking does wonders, you know?
I mean, even if it bombs horrifically at the box office, I'm still going to see it because it's a Superman movie and it's a James Gunn movie. You know, like, I could give a fuck less if anybody wants to see it or not. I'm going to go see it, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I want it to do well because I want all this other cool shit that I know is coming down the pipeline pending, you know?
Yeah, I know. Like, I think Supergirl, World of Tomorrow, where Jason Momoa is supposed to have a small role in as Lobo, that I think is all based off of how well this movie does. Like, I think, like, they don't begin filming for that until, like, whatever.
Until the check's cashed.
Yeah, you know? Like, I do know, like, Peacemaker has, like, already began filming, so that installment of his universe, you know, will be interesting.
So, and that's after Superman yet? Are we getting season 2 of that?
Yeah, we already know that. Yeah, that's already been announced. Cool. Yeah. I mean, James Gunn fucking runs the goddamn...
He's running the DC. Is it just DCU now?
Yeah, he's the DCU, so, like... I mean... He's the one greenlighting his show, ain't he?
Yeah. He's also the one writing it too, so
yeah, you know. So it's all up to that man. But I don't know, man. I am very excited for Superman, and the thing is, people are gonna hate me for this. I personally, just like you said, I want Superman to do well so I get everything else. Yes. I'm most excited for my Lantern show. Everybody knows I'm a huge fucking Lantern fan. Like, so I'm so fucking stoked for that shit. So, I mean, and I want it to do well. I want Superman to do well because I want to see Guy Gardner show up in the Lantern show. I want to see, like, the other lanterns show up in other DCU properties eventually, and like I just want to see it all grow, man. I want to see them do what Marvel did, you know? Like I feel like they had the right idea, they just never got it right. And I think James Gunn has already rid that horse. So he's just gonna fucking be the one like, all right, you guys do this shit, we do this. Now we throw this in here, and then we're gonna release that, and then we're gonna put these characters here in this special with these guys. Like, you know, that's what I think. All that will start happening more once Superman is out and it's done well. It's projected, its numbers. Everybody in the DC office can be like, yeah, we got our fucking pay for that. Like, give him whatever green light he fucking wants now. Like, fucking, we.
The Justice League United. Woo! We're here.
I have faith that if James Gunn sticks around at DC long enough, he will give us a live action Hawk and Dove.
Yeah. Ooh, that could be good.
Yeah, like I think not like its own show, but like they appear in like a show, you know? Like, you know how DC had Titans and like Doom Patrol, and like characters would like appear in those shows and stuff.
Yeah.
I think like you know, like the Lanterns could be like working a case, and they go to whatever city and they gotta talk to the local superhero vigilantes, and Hawk and Dove end up being like one of the local people for that like area of whatever town and shit like that, you know? I think James Gunn's the guy to bring all these like forgotten characters back to light, you know? Like, because dude, I'm not the biggest Liefeld fan, but his run on Hawk and Dove is like crazy banging. Like, nobody gave a fuck about that character for a while, and then he did a mini-series, and it's just like action-packed as fuck, and like guns blazing and shit. So, and I like when Dove's a girl. I don't really care for when make Hawk and Dove a two dude man like lineup.
Yeah.
I like when it's a shorty. They were in Titans though. They're like one of my favorite parts about Titans. Like, I just think James Gunn can make a better version, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think he would do it early because they've already done it. You know, I feel like if it was like 6 years from now, he's still working at DC, like.
Oh, dude, I think if again, huge if Superman does as well as it needs to do, I think James Gunn is going to be around DC quite a lot for a very long time, because I think they have quite a bit of catching up to do. Now, honestly, I think.
Can I argue something though?
Yeah, sure.
Superman is fucking amazing. I low-key think that's gonna put them like, here's Marvel, here's DC. Like, we're going this way. Here's Marvel, here's DC if Superman does well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, depending how Hulk does, here's DC now, here's Marvel now.
Yeah.
Hulk does bad, here's Marvel, here's DC. Superman Fantastic Four come out in the same week. If Fantastic Four is bad, this is DC.
Yeah.
I think DC will be technically ahead if I think there's just a lot riding on Superman, dude, like for viewers and all. Like, I think a lot of people are invested in James Gunn right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a lot invested in him doing well, and I'm one of them.
And also, like, you know, show up for these fucking movies if you want more of them,
or at least buy it. At least buy it when it comes out on streaming for $20. Like, at the least, man. Like, buy the physical or something. Don't wait till it's fucking 3 years and it's $5 or for free on HBO. You know, don't be that fucker. Like, if you actually want these movies to do well, like, somehow
You
support the
need to
franchise.
show up. Yeah, you need to show up with your dollar, man. You got to vote with your dollar. Um, because otherwise they're just gonna turn out more shit that we, uh, don't like because that's gonna be the thing that sells. And unfortunately, Hollywood is a business. It's not all about art.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
be able to make a buck off of these things. And I I honestly think Brightburn shows what James Gunn can do with a very limited budget. And when you know how to work with a limited budget, when you get a higher budget, you're not fucking wasting it.
Nope,
You
100%,
know?
dude. 100%. 100%. I agree. I definitely agree. So I mean, yeah, dude. So like, I mean, let's see. Everything's in his hands. Guys.
Yeah.
Fucking, let's hope James Gunn does his thing and walks the motherfucking dog, aka crypto. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Fucking, I'd be so down for it. And like I said, I'm really just more excited for all the characters that will come to light from DC. Like,
Yes.
so I can only hope. I'm really hoping somebody at some point brings us a Professor Pig.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Reeves would be good for that.
Yes, he
Gonna
would.
be honest with you.
Yes, he would.
That character very much feels like something he could do.
There's a rumor that Hush is the second Batman's villain. I don't know how true that is, but there's a rumor that Hush is, which it would make sense because Thomas Elliot was his best friend and like a surgeon, so it's kind of like he doesn't really have superpowers to my knowledge. Yeah. So like,
good. Again, like I feel like a lot of what Matt Reeves is trying to do with Batman is riding on the success of this as well. So if you are a big fan of Batman, you got to show up for the guy in the red cape if you want Batman.
I don't know if he's riding on this dude. Penguin did so well. I think he's like good.
I really hope so because I really did like I liked both of those, to be honest. But I like both Penguin and the Batman.
I like the Batman. I don't love Paul Dano as the Riddler.
As the Riddler, no, I feel like that was a horrible miscast. You know my feelings on this movie. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But I just kind of liked it how it's compare and contrast to like James Gunn. Like Matt Reeves is more grounded in reality, doesn't want to do the mutated villains, kind of wants to keep it street level, and like Gotham is a shithole.
Yeah.
Whereas you got James Gunn, who's like, let me get the funniest ragtag group of people together and combine them in different ways and tell different stories, and they're all going to be a different thing every time, And I'm using Creature Commandos as an example of this because, like, I think it is kind of quintessentially James Gunn.
Yeah.
And when you're comparing like DC movies, you kind of have to stay within DC. I can't really speak on anything outside of that, So I think it's two different styles, and it works. Like a Superman comic book is not the same as a Batman comic book, stylistically or even narratively they're different.
No, and I definitely think James Gunn is the guy to tackle Superman. Like I think he'll know how to do it.
Yes. Like, he knows how to do the fantastical. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Whereas Matt Reeves knows how to do reality, No,
I'm with you. I get what you're putting down and behind it. But yeah, basically, excuse me. The point of the first 40 minutes of this pod is basically tell you James Gunn kind of kicked ass with Brightburn. It has its faults, but it's still a decent movie. It's worth the $3.98 to watch on Prime or the $6 that I saw it online for, physically. But is there anything?
I got a quick question for you though. had this movie been a little bit more successful, I mean, they've been talking about doing a sequel, and there's problems with the rights right now, as according to James Gunn. So there's not going to be a Brightburn 2. But do you think that this should have gotten a sequel?
Yeah, I think this would have been sick with a sequel. Well, I think, I think a sequel could have possibly ruined this movie if it wasn't done well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think the way it's left off is really good. But I think a sequel could have been badass because then you could have just seen him like tearing up the fucking whole world and like going to war,
yeah.
and that would have been sick. So, yeah, I think a sequel would have been.
Or I not even a direct sequel, just like something Brightburn adjacent, because they did kind of touch upon the idea, at least, of there being other things going on in this alternate reality that is the Brightburn world. So like I kind of would have liked to see what a horror movie Aquaman would have been, you know?
Yeah, true, true, true. Yeah, you know. Nah, nah.
So I
I'm
think
with.
they kind of teased the idea of a sequel, but they never really kind of like overtly left it open, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I get what you're putting down. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like I said, it could have been really good or it could have been the worst thing for the movie, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's probably good we didn't get a sequel. But I definitely think if you want like a horror superhero movie, you should go watch it. It's
Oh
definitely
yes.
interesting. It's not definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen.
No. So it works better as a standalone movie, which I do like standalone horror movies. Not
Oh
that I'm a
yeah.
franchise stan, but I do like it when they kind of have the one and done, you know?
That's why I kind of want to get it on like DVD because I'm like, yeah, it's just one DVD, like, and you have the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not like get Lord of the Rings or Star where like you feel like if you only have one, two, you don't have.
Or or if you're a real sadist, all of the Saw movies, you know, like
Yeah,
all
true.
11 of them.
I have a I have a Friday the 13th that with like the first five movies
Oh,
on
word.
DVD.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
John gave me that one. I was real hype on that. I was like, yo,
Oh,
I'm so ready for Halloween next year. Like,
yeah.
I already
Gonna
have it
do a
like
Friday.
planned out. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go hard. But speaking of physical media, what's something on physical media that like you want to own this year?
I would like to get Hellboy, The Crooked Man on DVD. And I
Okay.
believe they have them. It's available, or if not, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
scope
are.
it out.
I saw it at Walmart not
Um,
too long ago.
Nice, because I recently pulled out some of my old DVDs just to kind of like recycle what like cycle through what's on the shelf, even though none of them really get watched. And I have Hellboy 1 and I have Hellboy 2, and I really kind of would like to just have that right there,
Yeah,
you know.
Crooked Man. Yeah, I would like to have that on my shelf as well. I was hoping I heard there was gonna be a steel book for it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I'm about to look it up right now.
Yeah.
Crooked Man steel book.
And also, like, if it's on DVD, I really hope they have a lot of special features because there's a lot of stuff about that movie that I would like to know about, you know, like how
Yeah,
they did
no, I agree as well.
um sorry. And another thing that I would like to get the box set for the Desolation of Smaug, because that is my favorite Hobbit movie, and
Okay.
I feel like that's the
Okay.
only one I really want to own.
I I don't think I've seen.
It's good. I have issues with the Hobbit. I personally don't think that a book that was less than 100 pages needed 3 movies, but
Yeah, I
And
heard that.
again, it
I
was
heard
kind of
that. That is crazy. I literally heard that on a podcast yesterday or today. It was. I was listening to Comics and Chronics, Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship pod, and they were like, I don't know how one book got made into 3 movies, but
yeah,
yeah.
like I mean, there was a lot of cool. Like I personally feel like the Unexpected Journey was rushed. They did a lot of like the set pieces. It was like go to Hobbiton, go to Goblin Town, get the ring, have the riddle game, get the ring. Okay, now we're gonna look at Erebor from a distance, and it's like this movie's over. Now we're gonna get to the really cool shit, which is to me like the middle story. Um,
Yeah,
and I
no.
get it. Like it has its detractors, and they also have their own fans individually, kind of like the prequels in Star Wars. Actually, very very similar issues too. You know.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. I was just wondering. What
Yeah.
I didn't know if it
Sorry,
was
I
gonna
didn't.
be. I didn't know if it was gonna be something old or new or whatever. Like for me,
Yeah.
I started. I actually can tell you, I have them favorited on Macari at the moment. Right. I found something with both of them, but I am starting to hunt the Jackie Chan Adventure VHS tapes.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah. They're kind of pricey though. They're like $8 like minimum. Like you can get a
Yeah.
seal. You can get a sealed one for $11, but then it's like $6 shipping. You could probably make an offer for like 10. But like and then I want this one. This guy has it sealed. I don't want it sealed. I don't care about sealed stuff. I like to watch my movies.
Yeah.
So I may buy it sealed just so I know because it works. Nobody's used it, whatever.
Or nobody. It's a blank tape inside.
Yeah, exactly. Mucha Lucha, The Return of El Mephisto.
Oh yeah.
Um, you remember that show?
God, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. I didn't know that VHS tape existed until I got Macari for once in its life sent me a recommendation I actually like was interested in. And I was like, fuck, dude, that's a thing. So the problem is though, I'm trying to get it all from one seller. And the one guy I found with both of them only has a sealed fucking Mucha Lucha. So it's like, all right, do I just suck up eat the bullet and fucking
Hope he's not an asshole.
yeah, give him a decent offer. But I don't know, dude. I definitely want to. I need to get more of the TMNT 2003 VHS tapes and Jackie Chan Adventures. I definitely want to start collecting the Jackie Chan Adventures. I just think that would be a cool VHS tape set to have.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, super nostalgic, by the way.
Mm-hmm. The show's actually good though. Like it's
Yeah. Like I remember certain episodes, and I don't remember them vividly, but I remember watching them as like a teenager, being
well,
like,
we
"Oh,
reviewed the Christmas one this
yeah,
year.
we did the Christmas one." That may have been my favorite one out of that batch.
Oh, easily was the best one. Easily the best one, dude. And that's what made me like get back into it. I saw somebody buy one last night on Whatnot, and I was like, wait, that's a thing? This shit was on VHS tape, and I was like, damn. So I started looking them up, and I was like, all right, so like people know this is a thing.
Yeah.
Like
And at some point, they probably transitioned to DVD. Because I think that show had quite a few seasons actually.
probably. I know you can get the complete season on Blu-ray for like $30-$40, and then you can get the complete season on DVD for like $26-$30, right around there. So it's just the VHS tapes hold more nostalgia for me. So
No, fair.
excuse me. I like the certain things I like watching on tape. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like I tried to watch Jurassic Park on like 4K Super HD.
Ah, you gotta
And
come to
like no,
you gotta come to Rainey's basement, sit down, smoke a bowl, and fucking
and pop
kick
in
back.
the VHS.
Because I
Yeah.
own Jurassic Park, good sir. That was one of the
Yes.
that was one of the first ones I got gifted from somebody. Like,
I mean, that's a fucking nostalgia trip for me too. By the way, that VHS, just like the cover.
yeah, dude. The all black. Mine's kind
I
of beat up, but
think at my parents' house, I had the special edition with the two VHS tapes. So one was the
oh
movie,
yeah, yeah,
like the special features. I
yeah,
think
yeah. Well,
I had
the regular tape's just a black box with the Jurassic Park
yeah,
logo.
with the Jurassic Park logo, which is the one that my aunt had that I watched for the first time. So I think it was like the 10th anniversary or whatever. They came out with the VHS, and I had Lost World too, which I didn't really care too much for, but like that putting that tape in, and just having the FBI logo, like the
Yeah,
anti-piracy shit,
yeah,
and the the screen distortion, just like watching it in super HD, like I was like, you could see a little bit of the flaws in the CGI, and that's
yeah, yeah.
some things are better for film.
Yes, yes, dude. I totally agree. I prefer the turtles on film. Like,
Yeah,
on
like that.
tape.
That is that is one of those where they're really trying to hide the imperfections, you know.
Because
Like
I
there's
watched it
some
on
real
I
creative lighting.
watched I watched them on HBO like a year or so ago. And I was like, I kind of had the same feeling you had with Jurassic Park. I was like, this isn't right, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's clean.
yeah, you know, like something's wrong here, man. Something is not right, you know, like, but
I'll tell you, like speaking of like old movies and stuff, some of the things I like is when you look at I hate using this example, but it's absolutely true. When you look at Star Wars, there are certain effects. Like I was watching it the other night too, the Battle of Hoth, where the fucking AT-AT head explodes and it falls over. There's an AT-AT in the back that is not moving at all. It is completely stationary. And then like they have other things where like you can see the matte lines, or like where the image bleeds over from like the processing because like there's no digital nothing.
yeah,
It's like I love when I can blatantly see the imperfections, you know? Like
fucking, dude.
but
I
no
mean,
man. Uh,
all right, fucking somebody on Threads.
oh no. What are they pissing you off about, Rainy? How can we troll them? No. Maybe not for the
I
pod.
they read my tweet wrong because I misspelled something. So I was like, dude,
Oh.
I'm actually agreeing with you. So
It's like, okay, your spelling is perfect all the time, right? You know?
yeah, you know, dude, like whatever. It is what it is. Um, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us for this podcast, you know what I'm saying? We'll be back next week, but if you can't wait, we'll be live on Twitch every Friday and Saturday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday and Saturday. We're live for about an hour and 30 minutes. We do a comic book of the night or whatever it is, and you can come tap in with us and have a good time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. Me and Juju love to do it. We love to have you guys in the live chat. It's a good time. But But if you're here on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let the boys know what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong, and maybe we can accommodate or talk shit to each other. Who cares? Just say something. Nah, but for real, I appreciate everybody, and remember, never offended, always recommended. Later.